on the road. He always is on the road showing us things around the community. And this time he made his way to Friona, where he stops by the Friona Star and learns about their 100-year history.
Back in 1925, it was the first of the year, I believe, the Chamber of Commerce had wanted to get a newspaper started. So that was they did a committee to come up with it. And one of the guys on the committee kind of made fun of him, said, "We can't do this." Well, the other guys voted him in as the owner and editor. So that's how it kind of got started, by the Chamber of Commerce, and his name was White. And he started the Star and probably stayed with it about 20 years. And the name came from the president for the Friona State Bank, who was on that chamber committee, and he came up with Friona Star as the name of the newspaper. Of course, growing up, I knew Bill Ellis, who was the editor from '62 to when he sold it in 2003. His kids were just a couple years younger than me, so we grew up together, and in sports, I knew him really well. Ron got diagnosed with lung cancer in 2017 and passed away. His kids really didn't want to run it, so a group of us, there was about 7 of us that bought it. So that's kind of how we bought that and started operations in 2018. I became the editor, and that's how it's been since then. Just a little history of the Star. We've probably had about 6 or 7 editors over the 100 years, 5 or 6 locations, and ownership's changed 5 or 6 times. In July of next year, of 2025, we'll celebrate our 100th year in operation. We wanted to get to the 100th anniversary and beyond. 2 or 3 things that I see. One is history. You need to know the history of your town and be able to go back and look it up. All our papers are scanned online through Texas Tech University, and then we have them printed, and we volume bind those each year too. But history and like obituaries, and we still do free obituaries. We publish them free. That's just been a long-standing in the last 2 or 3 editors. And then, of course, for current, you want the parents and stuff to see their kids in their activities. You want your Chamber of Commerce to be able to see their activities and then highlight local businesses. So to me, that's kind of, it's a community service and a history, and we kind of keep track for people. And that's kind of our main goal, is to do that.
The city of Friona has partnered with the Des Smith County Crisis Center, located in Hereford, to show support and provide resources for domestic or sexual assault survivors. The Crisis Center offers resources for anything from basic necessities to mental health support. Friona City Manager and the Crisis Center worked with Project Beloved to help bring a soft interview room for victims to have a place to feel comfortable telling their story.
You don't want to bring a victim of a sexual assault, a violent crime, into that same location. So what we did is we created a soft interview room, and it's comforting. It's a room that allows the victim to really kind of relax and not be in a sterile environment when they're sharing details of a heinous crime, such a personal crime to them.
Davalos says there are more projects and resources that will come available for these survivors in the near future.